the Jags, the two felines that came into the NFL world at the exact same time. Now, Big Source, you were a Steeler at that time, but it was a year later that you were part of this squad. And both teams over, 30-plus years have been looking for that. Carolina's made it to the Super Bowl twice.
I know.
That sucks.
It does.
But
that 96 team, bro, both teams were in the championship game.
Yep.
Remember I think the Sports Illustrated, I think the cover was, I can't remember the cover, but I remember the Jaguars and the Panthers were on there, but like essentially saying this could be your Super Bowl. Pretty exciting. Didn't happen, though. Could you imagine that 2 expansion teams in the Super Bowl after 2 years, bro? That would have been crazy.
Yeah, and both teams got off to that quick start because of the way they were afforded some extra draft picks and so on. All right, who are you looking forward to seeing tonight of the guys that we are going to be treated to? Because we don't know if any or however many starters are going to play.
Man, you know I'm going to be biased. I want to see how the young guys in offensive line play. I want to see Pregnant. I want to see the continuity of the potential starters moving forward. And I think they should get more in the drive. I think they should at least get a quarter. Maybe Trevor give them a couple of snaps and then put Mullins back there and see what he can do with the first-team offensive line potentially. Yeah. That's what I roll with.
If they do that.
If they do that.
If they do that. I mean, if not, it's going to be more ugly. Yeah. I mean, again, this all depends on what they do and who they play. If they continue to just play backups, it's going to be an ugly game. They could win it, but it's still just going to be ugly. It's not. I don't know what kind of entertainment it's going to be other than, all right, this is the Jags. It's kind of cool. They're playing.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, just everyone's looking for that opportunity
I want to see Cameron be a little bit more part of the offense. I want to see what he can do with special teams again. I want to see the young edge guys, right? I'd like to see Milam be healthy. I don't know if he's going to be healthy or not for this game. He might be. Because out of the blue, Pregnon was, if you remember that. Yeah. We had no idea whether he was going to be playing or not. Then all of a sudden, here he is, playing in the Saints game.
Well, as we say hello to our guest, Marcus Pollard, he was a bit of a soothsayer a year ago, so maybe he'll give us the game plan for tonight.
Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
I'm going to step out on a serious limb here. I think Lem Cohen will be the last coach Jacksonville house for a long time. I really think he's got what it takes to be a really good, hold guys accountable, but at the same time can have fun, let them be themselves. You know, he's still got that youth energy that he brings.
That was Marcus Pollard about this time a year ago as we welcome him back onto the show. Marcus, you nailed it a year ago. You're going to have to give us another one this go around.
Yeah, I got to dig deep on that one. That one's pretty easy.
We need some lottery numbers.
We do.
Yeah,
I've been playing the lottery. That ain't working for me, so that ain't work for y'all either.
So let's at least start out there. How impressed have you been with his leadership, what he was able to do? You had that gut feeling a year ago, and obviously 13-4 showed.
Yeah, it was, for me, it was obvious. From the moment I met him, I had a conversation with him. He brings leadership, passion. He has the ability to understand defenses, offenses, how to put the pass game together, match it with the play-action pass. And so it just all goes together. When you have that sort of coach that can connect with the players, hold them accountable, do the things you need to do offensively and defensively, and your players respect you, I mean, you got a recipe for success, and that's what he ran into last season.
Yeah, Marcus, I like the fact that he calls people to the carpet. I mean, he tells it like it is. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. If you aren't playing well, if you're not playing to a certain level, there's going to be a conversation to be had by him. So I like that about him.
Yeah, I agree, Leon. We played in that same era where you get called out. You need a culture of call out, and it has to come from the head coach. If it doesn't come from the players, you have to come from the head coach. And I think Coach Corner's done a phenomenal job of calling guys out to their carpet. Here's where you are. Come down to the front of the congregation. We've got to have a conversation. And I think he's done it to a high level without being disrespectful at the same time.
So, Marcus, we saw that staff, Liam and his staff, last year get a lot of guys playing at their ceiling. Like there are guys that there were a lot of questions about heading into the season, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that dude's playing at it. You know, he's playing at a high level right now. What's the next step, and how does he get them to go even beyond that?
Yeah, I think that you just continue to build a culture, continue to set the standard. Here's the standard. Reach it. And if you don't reach it, we're going to find somebody that can. To me, that's all you have to do. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to do anything different or special. Just have to continue to get guys to buy in, to the philosophy and what we're doing offensively, defensively, and on special teams.
We're talking with Marcus Pollard, Director of Player Engagement, played 14 years in the National Football League. You've gone against good. You've been with good. How good do you think the second year under Liam can be?
I think it could be better than last year. And not so much, it may not necessarily come in the form of wins and losses.
Right.
But I think the way we're building this team is set to sustain itself for longer than just this coming season. And that's what I'm most impressed about.
Now, Marcus, what is, I mean, this game tonight, I mean, do you expect the starters to play a lot, or are you going to give the young guys a couple of reps?
If I'm in charge and I'm not, Leon, I would say I'm not going to play any of my guys that potentially could get hurt. That are more valuable for me 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, when the season kicks off, as going trying to prove something in this meaningless game. It's a meaningless game for guys that I know or I'm dependent on as an organization to help me get to the same record we had last year. So I put them in this game. I'm more interested in finding out what are other pieces we can add. And this preseason games is an opportunity for me as a leader to show, okay, let me see what else I can add to this mix to help us get to that next level. That's what these preseasons more about than our starters getting reps.
So, Marcus, I'm going to veer away from the preseason real quick and move back to kind of the holistic of how he got here. At what point last year did you think, all right, this guy, he's turned it now. These guys now see what they can be?
Yeah, I don't know if I can put my finger on a point in time where, okay, we did it. One thing that I think he's done a really good job of conversating about is that we did it last year. That was last year.
Mm-hmm.
We got to push the rock to the top of the hill again this year, and it starts all over. And so, to me, if you keep that sort of process where it's up the hill every year, it's not what we did last year. Last year is last year, just like last year's team is last year's team. This will be a totally different team, minus Travis Etienne and Devin Lloyd, who we will play tonight. So this team is not even the same team we had last year. So every year you have to push that rock up the mountain if you're going to be successful. And I think that's the mentality the entire organization is coming with.
We're talking with Marcus Pollard as we look forward to tonight's game, and mentioned Devin Lloyd, who is with Carolina, and Etienne gets him a big contract in New Orleans. And then Liam Cohen, Marcus, has challenged some other guys. He said this past week he had a good talk with Ezra. He certainly has challenged Anton. Where do you think offensively, if they can stay healthy, getting Cole Van Landen back is going to be a big, big deal. Where do you think they can go with the new tight ends, a healthy Van Landen, and obviously year number 2 under Liam?
I think the sky's the limit. You get Trevor playing to the level he played to last year, and sure, offensive lineup to challenge those guys is where I was going to go. Is that offensive line that has to really do a really good job of let's run the football first and foremost, then let's protect Trevor to get the ball down the field. And when you can do that offensively, I think the sky's the limit. We got a lot of weapons: BTJ, Kobe, Parker, the tight ends that we got. We got Brenton Strange back, and so those 2 young running backs we have. So we have a stable of really good offensive talent. Now it's just putting that together and making certain we understand what we're doing against another team.
So, Marcus, what are the expectations of Trevor this season? Last year was the first time in the season, kind of got his feet wet and played well during the back end. Was a finalist for the MVP. Now he's in his second year. I have a feeling that Trevor's going to light the NFL on fire from week 1 moving forward.
Yeah, I agree, Leon. I think that the expectations when people ask you to do something that you don't know what you're doing, that's pressure. So the expectation to say Trevor's going to play to a level or greater than he played to last year. Well, we saw him do it last year with the help of the head coach and the offense and the players that we had. I just think he's going to continue to progress each and every game, each and every year for a long time to come.
Marcus, this team is really deep at receiver. Do you think that would help or hinder Brian Thomas's ability to get back to where he was as a rookie and to get back to that high level of play?
I think it'll be on BTJ, and I think he's coming with the right mindset, the right work ethic, what he prepared through the OTAs and mini camps. I've seen nothing but greatness from him, and to say that that wide receiver room is definitely stacked. But he's an elite player, and I expect great things from him this year. What I've seen so far, it's going to happen.
You played the position of tight end. You played a lot of years, like we said. What do you think of 12 and 13 personnel and kind of how it's evolved back? Like, can you take us into that tight end room and kind of give us an idea, a picture of what you think it will be? It's going to be important.
I tell you, right, I will be happy to be in that room, and we're going 13 personnel. So now, as a tight end, now I get to show more of my value, what I can do outside. If we're using players outside, if we're using Brent Strange to lead up on a linebacker or to have one of our other tight ends, turn the corner and block. So to have that sort of personnel in the game, it's an advantage to the offense, especially if you got guys that can run slant routes. You got guys that can go deep and catch the ball and make those contested catches. The sky's the limit. 13 personnel to me is, like you said, throwback kind of personnel group, but it also puts a defense at a disadvantage. How do you play it? Do you put small guys because you think we're going to throw it, or do you put big guys out there to defend it? So now you got to make that decision. Now we're not playing checkers anymore. We're playing chess with 13 personnel.
Now, Marcus, I grew up in the era where, tight ends, they didn't enjoy blocking. They did not enjoy it. They wanted to be, I call them linemen with hands. They wanted to catch the ball. So this is all new to me, that tight ends want to block.
Yeah. To me, it's being a former basketball player, I see blocking as just a want to. And I think all of our guys in that room pushed in that direction. I think Rich, tight end coach, is really forcing, hey, listen, this is not going to be a one-dimensional tight end room. We're going to be able to do both. And when you can have that sort of dimension where you get all those guys being able to run, block, and catch the ball and get down the field, that's a pretty unique and special room.
All right, one more for you, because we played that clip where you said Liam's going to be special. Just from that triumvirate, the trio of Liam, I call him Jimmy Gladstones, and Tony Baselli, how big has Baselli been in terms of an influence on this franchise in a short amount of time?
Yeah, I think he's been a tremendous help. For me, he's had the ability to sit on the sideline and watch and find out what the blind spots are. And that's so unique from anybody who's taken the role of GM or head coach prior to. And now Tony being the EVP, he has the ability to see, okay, that needs to be fixed, that needs to be fixed. I would have done this differently. So now he's in a position where he can say, listen, this is what we're going to do. And I think he's done a tremendous job challenging everybody on the support staff to do better, to be more efficient, and being in a position to help our players and coaches. And so to have that sort of mindset and that heart to be a Jag, the first ever pick, his role is to protect the team, and protect the organization, protect the cons. And I think he's done a phenomenal job of doing all those things.
Great stuff, man. We appreciate your time as always. Marcus Pollard, very involved, player engagement, all the stuff that he did with the high.
What about the prediction, Marcus?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
We hear Super Bowl from you?
I'm going to say Basil Tootin will have 1,200 yards this year.
Oh,
all right.
Nice. Okay.
Well, if he gets 1,200 yards, you got a good chance of getting the Super Bowl. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's gonna be sniffing 1,200 yards this year. Pretty certain.
All right, I love it.
I'm going out on a limb and saying it right now.
Beautiful. Love it, man. All right, we appreciate it. We will see you out there.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Marcus Pollard played at Bradley, a couple years of hoop. Not only was he a football star, he's a basketball star there as well. That's for sure. All right, Basil for 12. I think most Jaguar fans would love the heck out of that.
XL Primetime from the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio. Feel the roar of the Jaguars. Pre-season tune-up number 2 brings the Jags back to the bank. The Carolina Panthers, Friday night at 7:30 on the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1010XL.
Joe C here. I tried playing handyman with my sprinklers and French drain. And royally failed. So I called Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage, and John Haney came out personally, just like he'll do for you.
You know it. And for a limited time, my good buddy Joe C's coming too.
Huh?
Ain't that right, Joe?
I got to go to the game.
Go. Go.
Clearwater Irrigation.
At least do this part.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Nikki Sema. My dad started in business when I was just 4 years old, and now we're 35 years and 20,000 satisfied customers in, and literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you're looking to revitalize your home with new flooring or need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites and don't forget to stop by our showrooms during our open house and cookout this Saturday from 10 to 3. Come see affordable luxury, experience the Lifetime difference, and receive additional open house discounts.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Honda always has cool stuff, Greg. But talk about the side-by-side of what Pioneer has.
I tell you, the all-new Pioneer, which is their flagship model, all redesigned this year, comes with a cab for heat and AC, so if you want to stay a little cool on those hot summer days when you're out riding, this is the ticket.
And you can have the stereo, full sound.
You name it, we got it. Wheels, tires, stereos, lights, heat and AC, we're your people.
Go check it out in the showroom. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
It's about to get real. Training camp is on. Listen to 1010XL throughout the day for all the details and analysis of the passes, runs, and defensive performances. 1010XL's coverage of training camp is brought to you by Green Acres Sporting Goods.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is, man, this whole thing about players wanting to get cut so they can go back to college to earn more money and then come back. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. There are other teams in the NFL. I mean, you don't have to go back to college to earn money. If you're not going to make a roster with one team, that's the reason why you go through the preseason. You get good film so other teams can look at you. This whole premise of my earning potential, it'll be better if I go back to college. For what? You're a grown man. Get out. You're a grown man. Get out in the world, find you a job, and go about your business. Or let another NFL team pick you up and play football there. This doesn't make any sense. You go back to college, you're taking the earning potentials from a 17, 18-year-old scholarship or another dude who got money. It just doesn't.
Let me be devil's advocate. Is it my job to care about this 17 or 18-year-old?
It's not your job.
Exactly. Yeah. So if I don't think, there's tons of guys on the Jags roster right now who know they're not going to make the team. I mean, tons of them.
So go back to college and get some money.
No, but if I have an opportunity to make more money, who am I to tell a guy, hey, don't go there. Don't go to the Live Tour because you're going to make more money. Like, who are we to tell these people that, man?
Well, there's other teams, bro. You can go to another team and still
But a lot of
money.
these guys know that their time in the NFL
it's kind of like
it's over. They're not like as good as you. They weren't drafted. They know that they're just camp bodies.
It's not bad to have a set of rules that says you got to kick on. At
some point, you got to just get your job.
Yeah.
But if there isn't those set of rules, which there's not,
I know.
The player's going to do what he's got to do to make the most cash.
We're blaming the wrong people here.
I agree.
You blame the NCAA who knew this was going to happen and did it anyway. They knew they were going to get sued for this.
I think the blame game or the world as we know it has been changing so dang fast, and it's embarrassing what is being allowed, what is being contested in court over and over and over. I'm telling you,
I don't know that. And you say it loud.
50-year-old dudes playing college football.
I know, but I don't think allowed is the right word.
It is.
I think it's legal.
Allowed,
you
tolerated,
can't
sanctioned.
You can't pick and choose who's legal on your 5-for-5 eligibility when you're allowing some of the guys from 2022 to be eligible and others to not be eligible. You can't do that.
I know. Then you're going to have 6-for-6, 7-for-7.
No,
8-for-8.
it's only 5-for-5 because it's 5. 5 goes back to the 2022 freshman class.
I know what you had said, that they didn't need to have them grandfathered in or didn't want to have them grandfathered in.
They didn't want to have them grandfathered in because they thought that it was going to have a downstream effect on all the other players. Meanwhile, there's 1,500 players in the portal that aren't signed.
There's a big
What about
problem
those
there.
players?
There's a big problem there. And this is the freedom to make a decision. And then the
Yes.
decision kicks you right in the
Yes,
shorts.
100%.
Yeah. And
everybody makes decisions. Everybody deals with the consequences of those decisions. Period. End of story.
And that does kind of go to your point, Leon.
Yeah, bro. Eventually you got to grow up.
Yeah.
And get a job. Eventually.
But that is a job.
Right, but for them, that's
you're making money.
My point is that's their job, and why are they not allowed to play? But
they're going to do it.
20 other guys are allowed to play because they have whatever reason. They should have just grandfathered all of them in for 1 year, and that's
Because
it.
you're going to have 25-year-olds going up against 17, 18-year-olds. How fair
We
is
already
that?
have
Well,
that.
Well, no, number one, you already have that.
Called Indiana's Hoosiers football.
These aren't guys. These are going to be guys. It'll be their 5th year, so they'll be 23.
Oh, sorry.
Either way,
forgive
we're
me.
talking about men against boys.
Well, that's how it's going to be moved from here out.
Leon's strategy is let's just shame these guys.
No.
Which I don't hate that, I guess.
No, I don't shame
No,
them.
it's very easy to rip these kids that are
I'm
thinking
not
about going back.
Right.
When the reality is the NCAA should have done this 5 months ago. Then they never would have gone in the draft in the first place.
The other part of it in the reality world is the NCAA never really looks that good with any of their decisions.
Anything.
That's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Way before NILs and transfer
You know why?
portals
Because
and
they
everything else.
choose to go to court and try and paper people to death until they give up or until they accept a some form of, okay, let's do it this way, instead of just doing the right thing.
It's just disgusting.
And they keep losing.
Yeah.
They keep losing over and over and over, and they haven't realized we're in a new era now. This is not the old era where you can paper people to death. It's the NIL era where you can go get a local judge, and he's going to say, no, screw that. Go play.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to what we were talking about, the idea of what we're going to see tonight. And I feel like what we saw a week ago.
Will anyone playing tonight be playing in week 0 of college football?
I will say this real quick. There's still, because we just went over this whole appeal that the NCAA won, the stay that they won. So the Field of 68, which is a college basketball site, just released by state the players that are still eligible because they have their own TROs. And there's like 150 players on there.
I am prepared to announce, like last week or earlier this week, I did the XL prediction, extra large prediction. I am prepared to predict that Shedeur Sanders will come back and play one more year of college football after he has been denied by Deshaun.
Now, he would make a ton of money.
Yes,
man.
he would.
Is he a
Yes, he would.
2022? He might be a 2021 kid.
I have no idea. I'm just trying to
don't know when
fish
he was-
for someone who right now doesn't necessarily match up with that NFL level that you need to play
He's
at.
going to be their starter, bro.
Did
he come out early?
No,
I
No,
know he did
I
not.
think he-
Yeah, so he probably doesn't.
Matt, he's not going to be their starter.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Lunch bet right now.
Yeah.
I take some of that.
I do love that.
Well, I mean, you feel so confident about it. When was the last time he did this? And literally the next day they announced Kyler Murray. It was
So here's-
Kyler versus JJ. And I'm like,
So here's the thing
Murray's
is-
the starter there. He's like, no way.
The Browns
next
have already
day,
eaten
boom.
50 mil the last 4 years. What do they care? They're going to eat another 50 mil. Who
Because
cares?
Deshaun's so much better than him.
Is he?
Yes.
Yes. As bad as he is, he's
Shedeur's
better.
terrible, man.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not going to bet you, but I just don't. I mean,
Okay.
I don't.
Howard.
You've already eaten the money.
All
Like,
right.
who cares about the last 50 mil? Eat it.
Let this be the litmus test.
That's easy for you to say.
I know it
You
is,
didn't
but
write in the chat.
I know, but you've already eaten the previous 50.
But you want to
4
see
times.
return on the investment in some capacity, bro.
Bro,
you can't
he's
just
old.
you can't just be flipping $50 million out
He's
like
old.
a
Deshaun's done after this year. He's done. He's not playing again after this year.
he's not.
Oh, that's another
Wait a minute, he's
crazy
looking for an
prediction.
extension. What are you talking about?
He's
He's
done.
done, man.
He's done in that uniform. He ain't
This
done.
is
You don't think he's done?
If James Harden ain't done, Deshaun Watson ain't done.
Man,
No,
listen,
dude. He's got some bad wheels.
He
Bravo.
can move. Okay.
Dude, we just had Phillip Rivers
My
come
boys
back
can
into this
move.
league, man.
I
This
know
league is
that. I
willing to accept
understand that,
anybody.
but he's also like an injury away from yet another, season ending it. He's had way too many
Bro.
injury issues too.
He has, but he
Bro.
is healthy right now. He's played. This is, you guys got to remember this. From, I believe it. This is.
You know what's going to
20
happen? He's going to lead the Browns to win in Week 1.
No,
No,
way.
don't say that.
No
Get
way.
out of here.
You want
From-
controversy, don't you?
From 21 or
No,
22.
I want them to beat the Browns by 30. I want them to beat their
Yeah.
brains out.
From 22 till last year. That's 4 seasons.
Yeah.
19 total games.
Crazy.
Wow.
That's it.
So this is the last year of his contract, right?
Yes.
So, I
And
mean, he's going I guarantee you some other team's going to pick him up.
right. He will
And
not
getting
be
sick.
in a Browns
He
uniform.
won't be in a Browns
There
uniform.
are two guarantees. He won't play for Cleveland, and he will play for somebody
He
else.
will play somebody else, yes.
It is as simple as that. It is XL Primetime Florida Home AC Friday.
You're in the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio on XL Primetime. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Natural diamonds have not been this affordable in the past 20 years.
That's John Lupo at Beard's Diamonds, talking about how prices of natural rare diamonds have fallen pretty dramatically.
The best opportunity that I've seen in over 20 years.
So if you believe in buying low, John's son Ben says this is your chance.
It's really a good time to invest in natural right now. With prices being very aggressive for the consumer and for us, we're still able to pass along those savings.
Right now, Beard's Diamonds is stocked with both natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes at every conceivable price point.
We are happy to educate the consumer on lab-grown or natural diamonds, and we've got price ranges for everybody.
So at Beard's, you're not going to be pushed. You can choose natural or lab-grown. Get an unbiased education from non-commissioned experts and be guaranteed the highest quality and the best price.
We want to sell you something bigger, better, for less, and stand behind it 100%.
Discover real value today at Beard's Diamonds, a Jacksonville original in the St. John's Town Center.
Want to stretch that dollar? Taylor Doll here to help save you money with the Money Pages magazine and app. Trying to figure out dinner? Money Pages has deals at your favorite local restaurants. Need auto repairs or an oil change? Money Pages has coupons to help you save. Looking to do some home improvement projects? Money Pages has deals on everything home, from AC repair and plumbing to flooring and painting. Check your mailbox for Money Pages today and download the app for savings on the go.
Beer, water, beer. That's a pretty good game plan when it comes to battling the summer heat. When you hit the beach, fishing hole, or golf course, make sure you hydrate. Anheuser-Busch is always up for a good time. Just remember to drink responsibly.
Who played keyboards on the song Let It Be by the Beatles? The answer coming right up.
When your homeowner's insurance policy is up for renewal, it's a good idea to shop around to find a better plan. Southern Oak Insurance for over 20 years provides Floridians a clear option. SouthernOak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
He played a lot of keyboards on Beatles songs. Billy Preston played on Let It Be.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. I am attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com.
Looking for the perfect place to entertain clients or reward your employees this football season? River City Railway delivers a one-of-a-kind hospitality experience. Private, full-size rail cars with everything you need. AC, TVs, private bathrooms, outdoor entertaining areas, and reserved parking. All within walking distance to the stadium. Food and open bar included. Give your guests an experience they'll never forget. Visit rivercityrailway.com and reserve your rail car today.
It's your main man ET here. If a special occasion is on the horizon, log on to CuneFlowers.com and order online. You'll find a wide assortment of floral arrangement ideas ready for click and buy. Or visit their beautiful showroom for extraordinary gift ideas. For over 75 years, Cune Flowers.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. It's a Florida Home AC Friday on XL Primetime. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com for great deals on a tune-up and service calls.
Well, this should help paint a picture as far as the quarterback situation in the National Football League and just how quickly it can change. And in the case of Deshaun Watson, I do expect him to be QB1 against the Jags game one. We will find out. But this just was this time a year ago. You guys ready? This time a year ago, Justin Fields was the Jets' starting quarterback. Kyler Murray was the Cardinals' starting quarterback. Michael Penix Jr., QB1 in Atlanta. Tua, QB1 in Miami. Geno was the Raiders' quarterback. Flacco was the Browns' quarterback. Russ, or Rust Wilson, as I like to call him, was the Giants' starting quarterback. J.J. McCarthy, the Vikings' starting quarterback. Spencer Rattler was the Saints' starting quarterback. And Danny Jones had just basically taken over for the Colts, moving past number 4 overall pick Anthony Richardson. Sam Darnold had been basically ditched by many to go to Seattle and then ultimately went on to win a Super Bowl. It's
Okay,
just,
so let me adjust real quick.
Yeah.
Not that he won't be in the league, that he won't be a starter. And I'll tell you why, okay? There's a huge quarterback class coming in.
Massive.
It's deep.
Massive.
Very deep, okay? That's gonna be a problem.
You've already hackered your bet, though. Or your
Plus, I have
prognostication.
hacked my bet, totally.
Yeah.
But there's also young guys getting better, right? And also, I mean, quite frankly, someone will take him to be a backup.
He will
Hell,
have a
this
job.
franchise could use him as a backup.
Yeah, I already said he will have a job. Big Source and I both said that.
That's the best
There's
job
no-
in the NFL, bro. Backup quarterback. That's what. Remember, I told you about. I told you about Minshew.
If you've already banked
Minshew's
225 mil,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, Minshew's going to be around for a long
You're just
time.
sitting on the sideline, just going through masseuses.
When
it's all said and done.
Imagine if you've already banked too large,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
And- and then-
250.
250.
Was it 250 or 225?
230. 230.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Imagine
I
if you
don't think
banked
it
that
matters.
and then-
It don't matter.
But if you add up Houston and
Golly, you can just
Oh,
sit
yeah.
down and do
it's
nothing.
over a quarter
Because
bill.
he was the first round pick with Houston, right? So
All
he
right,
got first round
over
money.
a quarter of
He's still a
billion.
quarterback. He's not getting hit during practice.
No.
Yeah.
So you're literally just hanging out.
All right, real quick, I needed that before are we about to head out to the tattoo convention?
Yeah, but we could do that.
Yeah, let's do this.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
First off, what a statement by you. Are we about to head out to the tattoo convention?
You darn right. So what I have right here, okay, in my hot little hands is an evaluation
All right.
from the HFL.
Oh, on Matt's
Oh, is this from
team.
Hack?
Okay.
I
Is
love
it a grade?
Before
I've
you
got-
say it, let me
I've
just
got-
say this.
I've
Let me
got
say this
Matt's
to you.
team.
He said to me last night, he said, "Hey man, I like your
He's
roster."
just being nice.
Yeah, he was being
I've
nice.
got
He
Matt's
said
that to
Now
all
we're
of
gonna
them.
get the real evaluation.
Matt's team, show me your TDs. That started with CeeDee Lamb, started with a couple of Cowboys, includes a couple of Jaguars. He went with a couple of Flyers, you might say. I got the eval that came back after this, and he didn't exactly put a grade on it, but this is basically what he said. Decent quarterbacks, man. Below average running backs. Poop at wide receiver.
Yikes.
And good tight ends. So
That's a C.
That's a C, bro.
at
Y'all
best.
can suck it when I win that thing, okay?
I don't know, man. But that was the eval from one Ryan, the Hacker Green.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Nobody does a tattoo convention like the SJC. And St. Johns County is having one. Helmets and Heels is there. Lauren Brooks joins us now. Set the scene for us.
Yeah, Joe, nothing at all says tattoo convention.
There we are. Set the scene. We got it.
I think we're
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I see them
maybe,
messing
maybe not.
with-
There we go.
Oh, there you are.
go.
There you are.
Maybe.
New
Maybe we'll see.
engineer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're breaking things in just like people's bodies are getting broken in here at the tattoo convention.
All right. So
Nice
where
segue.
are you and how are they getting tattoos?
Yeah, well, there are 250 artists, and there will be live tattooing all weekend long. So, plus there's tattoo contests. So, for those of you that already have tattoos, you may not necessarily want a new one. Come participate in the contest. And there's also a new collector's alley with sports cards, Pokemon, comics, so much stuff going on. So, yeah, come to the World Golf Village, the Renaissance Resort here, and get tattooed if you want to this weekend. Maybe Matt will get Show Me Your TDs tatted after he wins it all.
Maybe we should all go out there and get XLP on our arm, huh?
Not bad.
Oh,
The
there
big
you
search.
go.
You could take your Jaguar tattoo out there and get it
Yeah.
judged.
Well, when they win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna put the Lombardi on my
Nice.
tattoo.
I love that. I don't think you'll be alone either. I think a lot of people will get tatted up if the Jags win. But yeah, may as well come on down here and have some fun.
I have seen the convention space at the Renaissance Hotel, the World Golf Village. There's some interesting tattoos that have been tattooed there. That's for sure. All right, Lauren, have fun. You got plenty coming up, right?
We do a ton of Jags, of course, some college football like y'all did. And then also we have a pair of tickets to go to the game tonight. So be listening right away.
All right, that sounds good. All right, keep it locked right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM as they are out at the World Golf Village, the Renaissance Convention Center space right there for a tattoo convention. We are done. One quick name that you think coming out of tonight's game you'll be talking about on Monday?
I'm going to go with Williams. I'm going to go with the wide receiver.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Maddie?
I'm going to go Zach Durfee.
You're going to go with Zach Durfee?
Durfee.
I like that. I'm going to go with Jalen Husky. I think he might have a night. You have one at least to start, JJ? You got one?
I'm going to say Pregnon's going to have another good game.
All right, beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, you guys have fun. Helmets and Heels, then Jaguars programming, and then, of course, the kickoff at the bank against the Panthers. We are done. Thanks to Florida Home AC, Big Sirs, Maddie, Josie, and JJ.
From the Sutherland Law